G'day, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night love songs in the round. I'm going to introduce you to some, very noisy family over there. I'm going to introduce you to our special guest tonight. Ready? Okay. Got everybody in? Introducing you to Paul Greene and Charley Webb. Woo!
Hi.
How you going? How you all going?
Well, good. Thanks for having us on date night.
On date night, yeah, that's right. I hope everybody out there's got their Actually, I'm going to bring the comments up just so that we can say hello to everybody. Hope everybody's got their glasses of wine and their dinner in front of them and the big screen on, and we'll pass the love songs around.
My vodka
So-
needs a top up.
Oh, woo.
What are you having, Paul?
I've got vodka, but I need a top up.
Well, it's only 12:30 lunchtime here in London, so I decided it was okay to have a gin and tonic.
That's a great.
Nice.
It's nighttime here, so you're on our time at the moment.
This
so
is
that's
what
totally.
I thought. I'm trying, get in the zone as the family. So I just want to say cheers to everybody.
Oh, cheers! I'm gonna have to go pour myself. I'm gonna have to go pour myself a Bundy in a second. Then, all right. I think I might start with a song. Actually, I was trying to be brave, actually, because I think that I met you, Charley. Actually, it kind of relates to both of you guys. Lots of the songs off my first album, and so I was trying to be brave and learn some of my older songs that I haven't played in ages. But I feel like I'm not quite brave enough yet, so I'm going to start with Someone Like You, and then come back to those other scary ones later. All right. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Take my gear off. The girls are in the lounge room watching Cinderella, and they might have to turn it down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Someone like you, keep me warm, feel your breath in the morning, winter sun. Someone like you, wild night, wanna posters on my sleeve, read the sign. I've been run through the gauntlet of love. I've been saddled with a restless heart. I've been kneeling and I've been hurt. I've been alive and I've almost died for love. Ooh, for love. Someone like you, you're a spark. I'm the air that sets fires burning, light it up. Someone like you, come around, bring your bags and make candle, and we'll make out. I've been running through the gauntlet of love. I've been saddled with a restless heart. I've been kneeling and I've been hurt. I've been alive and I've almost died for love. Ooh, for love. Ooh. Till you get here, I will dream, shooting stars and hearts across skylines. Look for me when you whisper over the sea. May the wind blow soft words to me. You be my rocker, I'll be your dancing queen. I've been run through the gauntlet of love. I've been saddled with a restless heart. I've been kneeling and I've been hurt. I've been alive and I've almost died. I've been cornered and I've been free. But you're the only one who lets me be. It's got tangled on the moonlit skies. Wanna feel alive, I wanna feel alive for love. Ooh, 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 for love. Hang on, I'm bringing you back in. Dad's in the corner, being noisy.
I was clapping along too. Lucky my mic was muted.
What's quite cute is I can see you both like bopping, which is really, really cool. Well, I'll say a quick good day to everybody who's on the comments. There's Kat, Gabriella, Bridget, Laura, Tom, Christy Lee, Dad, you're there too. Yeah. Anyway, oops, I didn't mean to press that. That was an accident. Cool. All right. Who feels like running next?
That was so cool.
Oh, thank you.
You're amazing.
Oh,
You
cool.
know, I was going to say, I think a restless heart is not something to be saddled with. I think that's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And I love that. I mean, I was woohooing along here in the bathroom. But, you know, I think that's the best thing you could have, a restless heart, because you get to have so many adventures in your life.
Yeah. I was thinking as I was playing it, I thought, oh, if only we could all sing along, I'd be like, it'd be so cool. To, like, I'd love to, we need, one day we'll all play a gig.
That'd be nice. Have you got a disco ball in your kitchen?
Yes.
It's amazing. I
thought that we better make it look a bit like a party, because I've been relegated to the kitchen tonight. So if I could make it look fun, then that's all good.
Disco kitchen.
Pardon? And I thought that I'd make all of your signs in green, because then it matched my disco kitchen.
Yeah.
I love green.
Well, shall we pass it to? Should we pass it to you, Charlie, or do you want to, or pass it to Paul, or who's ready to rumble?
I'm ready.
Okay, you good? Okay.
I figured I'd maybe start with a song that my sister Hattie and I wrote. You know, it came out of a story of, I guess it's a love song with a big twist. And the big twist is that everything collapsed and went wrong, as happens with so much love. That never heard of twist. True story. And I guess, you know, my sister Hattie and I have been in a band together for all our lives, really. And a lot of our songs start with one of us writing about an experience that we've had in our lives, and then the other one comes in, and we figure out an arrangement and things. But I'm going to play this one on my own today. This is a song that we've not actually recorded for our records before, but it's called The Anchor.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. That's solid.
Take my headphones off. See you in a minute.
Okay.
I saw your faces, I heard your sounds. You're in our places, but when I was not around, I felt us changing. I saw how you moved. I knew you'd taste tasted something you didn't want to lose. Mm. 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 All the reasons, who's to blame? As for me, I know my feelings haven't changed. We were more than happiness, more than love. But now we're just something I have to learn to let go of. We turned the lights on, love. Our colors lit the universe above. We had no fear at all, but you have fallen down, crashing slowly. Now the anchor's lost, broken by your fall. We could have had it all, we could have had it all. We've got history you can't replace. I tried to save us as we crumble and break, but your face, it says it all. We're just too late. We turned the lights on, love. Our colors lit the universe above. We had no fear at all, but you have fallen down, crashing slowly. Now the anchor's lost, broken by your fall. We could have had it all, we could have had it all.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Fantastic.
That's a gorgeous song.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep singing the the chorusy part. Yeah.
There's a really nice, bring my mic down for this. There's a really nice harp part that Hattie plays during that section, so I was imagining that while we were playing, while I was playing.
Hattie put a comment up with love heart, wow. Love heart, so yeah. So all love hearts back to Hattie.
Yeah. I was playing along too. That was gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, cool. Well, we'll hand it over to Paul now, huh?
All right. This is we're on a love song theme. So this song is called "You Should Know," and it's I wrote it from the perspective of a guardian angel. Someone that kind of like really cares about you. I imagine you kind of have these sort of, I know some people think they're like ancestors or spirits or ghosts or whatever that kind of just watch you as you go through life, and as you go through these sometimes the good moments, but especially the horrible ones, and they're kind of like, oh well, you know, you really wrecked that, you really mucked it up, but you know, you'll be okay. Just so it's a love story from the perspective of your guardian angel, and it's called You Should Know. Don't you worry, there's still time for you. It was never gonna be easy, that you already knew. It's easy for the outcome to get in the way of what it was that you were trying to do. It's crazy, I know what the world can do to you. Can take your breath away or knock the wind out of you. But don't you let the bastards grind you down. You should know that I still love Don't you let the bastards grind you down. And you should know that I still love you. That's all.
Okay, and coming back in.
Woohoo!
Wicked. Sounded cool. Yeah, lovely chords actually. Yeah.
I wrote them on without a guitar, and I had to figure out what the chords were afterwards.
Yeah. Really, and that guitar sounds gorgeous, right?
It does.
Yeah, well, I'm in my studio, so I've got some nice microphones. And I did a few gigs. I tried to do a few online gigs at the start of lockdown, and they sounded horrible, but I think I've finally figured it out for tonight.
Yeah. Woo.
But I can't hear
You
what
sound good.
you're hearing. So
Yeah.
No. You sound
not-
good.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you.
and clear.
Was that line, don't let the bastards grind you down?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, hear to that.
Yeah.
You just got to keep going, huh?
Yeah.
So true.
And two other COVID side effects. One is I've grown a beard, and the second one is I've grown fingernails, and I'm now not using a guitar pick, so it's a completely new technique.
So you stopped chewing your nails in COVID.
Yeah, stopped chewing my nails, and I stopped shaving. But
Well, you look good for it.
Oh, thank you very much, Charlie. Yeah. So playing without a pick is kind of like it's hard.
Yeah.
First gig without a pick.
New skills. There you go.
That's funny. I'm doing no pick today as well, and I usually have a pick all the time. So I wonder what's going on there. I don't have nails.
We must
It's my
have tuned
It's
in.
my fault. I've sent you the like classical guitar, no picky vibes.
Yeah, you've got those classical guitar chops. I've seen them in action. They're amazing. Did you learn classical guitar when you were a little child?
Yeah, I learnt classical and Spanish from when I was 5. So
Was that your dad who influenced you with that?
Mum and Dad put me into guitar lessons when I was little, and yeah, so from 5 to 18, going to lessons every week on classical, and
That's
just a really
amazing.
a wicked teacher too, who would like put jazz and something to sing and then new and old classical, so like just such a range of music. His name is Matthew Arthur actually. He's works out at Bathurst actually, I think, now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What a blessing a good teacher is, huh?
I know, he's
Totally.
brilliant.
Can change your life.
And he's it was Angelo first, and then Angelo was a Spanish guitar teacher, so then he passed me on to his student, which was Matthew. So anyway, they were all awesome and inspiring.
Yeah, amazing.
I thought I'd play a song. Actually, it kind of goes with both of you in the sense that I was kind of bouncing off your theme, Charlie, that you set up. I thought I'd play something that went along with like as you said, something that started well and then went a bit off the rails later on. And also, this is a song that I recorded. Paul came down to Canlo a few years ago and recorded an album of mine, the Cloud Appreciation Society. So kind of there you go. It ties into both of you, which is kind of fun. Anyway, I like tying things in.
Love it.
I love this record, Mel. I know that I worked on it, but it's such a gorgeous record. What an amazing time recording it as well.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the cowshed. That was awesome.
After all these weird stuff happening in Sydney, moving down to Canlo, and then just stripping everything off, and putting it. It was really frightening laying down a really stripped back record after doing 2 produced ones. So
yeah, and it was all cool. Live. Like you did the guitar, the vocals, and the bass live, and even the drums. We did everything live.
Did everything live. Yeah. Oh,
that's
cool.
so courageous.
Yeah,
it was
scary, and then it went really well. Like as in, it sounded so good at the end. It was awesome.
Of course it did. Yeah,
it did sound great. Really proud of that one.
Yeah. All right, I'll play the song. Okay. I'll solo myself. See you soon. Okay. I said I need like an automatic button pressing thing. I'll take this off. So this one's called If We Can't Be Together. If we can't be together, it will be very hard. I cried so much last night just thinking about what we miss out on. If we could only try and push on through another storm, do you think we'd find a beach somewhere to lay upon in the sun? With mornings full of kisses scattered everywhere, we'd remember what it was like when we first met, before our silly heads tried to decide. Don't say it's too far gone to give another try. We've made mistakes which now are clearer on the other side. We forgot that we are people, not just pawns of life. Paying bills is nothing compared with making the other smile. 'Cause we had fun, long forgotten evenings before we had a care. And we both always wanted the other person there, to show them all the wonders we'd found. There was sun, mornings full of kisses scattered everywhere. Late for work, we tumble out with tousled hair, wishing away the hours to come back home. Woo. If we can't be together, it will be very hard. I cried so much last night just thinking about what we miss out on. If we could only try and push on through another storm, do you think we'd find a beach somewhere to lay upon in the sun? With mornings full of kisses scattered everywhere, we'd remember what it was like when we first met, before our silly heads tried to decide. Hey, your phone's back on. Great. Gotcha.
Woohoo!
That's a cracking song.
I love it.
All picky, that one. There you go. We went in the pick direction after you talked about the picking.
I really enjoyed the kisses scattered everywhere line.
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds very nice.
Yeah, I like that kind of thing.
Morning romps with kids. It's like, just let all the kids come in when you're still half asleep and just come and pile in on you. I just have such a visual of that. It's like, it's beautiful, but also heartbreaking in the context of the song.
Yeah.
It's very, very heartbreaking for that one.
Yeah.
Charley's Go, is it?
Charley's Go.
So I've just adjusted things a little bit here. Can you hear me a little bit better now? Because I think I was probably a little bit quiet there for a minute.
It's really nice.
Sounds really good.
Is that okay now? What about my guitar?
It's good.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, well, I thought I'd play something with an Aussie connection.
Woo.
And one of my longtime friends is an American musician called John Jorgensen, and he plays pretty much every instrument under the sun and is the loveliest guy ever. And anytime something big has come up in me and Hattie's lives, me and my sister's lives, we've called him and said, what do you think about this musically? How much do you think we should get paid? What should we say? Because it is really difficult when you're negotiating things, especially as a really young artist, to know your worth and to know how to talk about those sort of things. And John is just a real champion of good music and good people, and I feel so lucky to have him in our lives. And he and Hattie and I and we essentially got together and said, let's do some trio tours, and we had so much fun doing this one tour with our friend Alan, who played bass, through the UK. We went all the way up to Scotland and played some guitar festivals up there. And one of the songs that John said, I really think you should sing this one, was a Seekers song called The Shores of Avalon.
Oh, nice.
And I thought, well, this is, an Aussie Connection podcast, so I thought I'd play that one on my own without any of the harmonies, but you can imagine those parts. And
Yeah.
We'll be singing them offline.
Okay, awesome. I'll take my headphones off. This boat that I am rowing will take you where I'm going, to peaceful waters flowing on the shores of Avalon. days apart, no storm is ever raging on the shores of Avalon. This boat that I am rowing will take you where I'm going, to peaceful waters flowing on the shores of Avalon. Clear dreams will always guide our eyes, a ray of hope before us lies, where all is calm forever on the shores of Avalon. This boat that I am rowing will take you where I'm going, to peaceful waters flowing on the shores of Avalon, where all is calm forever on the shores of Avalon. Two journeys end together on the shores of Avalon.
Take me back to
I think
English
he's right.
countryside.
I think he picked a good one for you. It's a beauty.
Oh,
I
thank you.
can, and I can hear that. I can hear you know, you playing it solo, but I can hear all the other bits as well. So
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah,
It's hard
pretty,
to imagine it's from the 60s.
Yeah. Somebody's written you a message.
Oh,
That
yeah?
song could have been from like plenty of centuries. That could have been from 100 years ago almost, I feel like, as well as right now.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
yeah. Lovely. Thank you, guys.
My turn to play one.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm not sure how to segue that one. First one that comes to mind was Whole of the Moon.
Yes.
Should I do that one?
Yes.
Do you mean the Bowie song?
No, it's the Water Boys. It was written by Mike Scott. So it's a cover. But it's one of those
Aha.
songs. It's one of those songs it was like one of my favourites when I was a kid, and then I heard it when I was older. I kind of understood the lyrics a lot more. And I'll just play it. A pictured rainbow, you held it in your hand, and I saw flashes. You saw the plan. I wandered out in the world for years. You just stayed in your room, and I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon, and I was grounded while you touched the sky, and I was dumbfounded by the truth. And you saw pure lies, I saw the great dirty valley.
saw Brigadoon and I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon. You climbing on a ladder with the world at your feet, and you reach for the stars, and you know how it feels to get too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon. I spoke about wings. You just flew. And I wondered, I guessed, and I tried. You just knew. I sighed. While you swooned and I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon. Yeah, you climb on the ladder with the world at your feet. You reach for the stars, and you know how it feels to get too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon, the whole of the moon, whole of the So you climb on the ladder with the wind in your sails, and you came like a comet, blazing your trails, and it's too high, too far, too soon. You saw the whole of the moon, whole of the moon.
Woo!
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Paul.
Yeah.
Beautifully written song. I wish I could write one like that.
You write good songs too, Paul.
Oh, that,
Yeah. It's
That
so
one's-
it's a beauty
that
though. It's
that, one,
yeah.
that one's pretty special.
Yeah.
It really is, and also your interpretation really made some of the lyrics shine out in a different way that were really beautiful. And your high sounds on your voice, the tones that come off when you sing the high notes, they're really emotive and strong. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Charlie. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done a gig. The compliments are helping a lot. Thank you. Been stuck in my studio, kind of going, what, just questioning everything, the universe and the world. So
Yeah.
I really very much appreciate it coming from you, Charlie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we're all stuck in some way right now. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how things are there in Oz, but we've been in for, 12 weeks or something, and
Yep.
I'm in here with my two children and my husband Dan, and it's really quite a humbling experience. I know that we have it so much better than other people, and I'm so grateful for that, but also, you know, really thinking of the people who are so challenged with this very strange situation we've got with COVID. But what's your situation there? I feel like maybe, Melanie, because you're rural, perhaps things are a little bit less strict, are they? Or how are they?
I think everything's opening up a bit because, like, yeah, you know, being a big country, a bit of room between everybody. It doesn't seem to have, you know, spread as quick as it has in Europe. So I really feel for all my mates over there, actually, because, you know, like talking to friends in Ireland and in the Netherlands and the like. Yeah, we're very lucky.
I think we're pretty lucky in Australia just to have so few people, so much space and so few people. It's pretty easy to social distance here. It's kind of, we do that normally. We kind of have to.
Actually, it's kind of funny because I kind of was, you know, when I was in Ireland last, I was kind of moaning about, where I live, it's so isolated. And then I got back and then this thing happened. And then I'm like, it's awesome. It's really isolated.
Yeah, you're exactly where you should be for this kind of thing, for sure.
I was like, perfect. Wow. Okay. No one comes to you anyway.
and you've got a new fire in your house.
I know, yeah. And we spent all week putting the flue in, and it's been like about 5 years of having no heating. And so we've been really good at, like, I cook the dinner normally in a snowsuit. And we in all winter we go to sleep at 5 o'clock, and all the girls hop into bed with me, and then we wake up about 8:30 in the morning because it's too cold, and check to see if there's any, you know, sign of cold before we leave the house, and we put their clothes in the oven before we go to school just to warm them up.
That's such a good idea. My brothers and sisters and I, we grew up in a house that was built in 1580, and when there was a hurricane in the UK in 1987, we lost one tile and other people lost whole roofs because the wind just blew through the house.
Yes.
And I mean, when we grew up, I didn't realise at that point that I was extremely cold all the time, like I feel now after my sister and I lived in LA for 8 years and I got completely soft. But when I was growing up, we would, you know, put our clothes near the fire to warm them up before we went to school. And, you know, I just thought that was normal. And, you know, we were walking around in 10 layers. And now when we go there for Christmas, it's this incredible, beautiful house in the countryside, still just full of nature and possibility. And when we go there in the winter, my husband, who has a bald head, he wears one of those hunting hats with the woolen ears and everything, because that's the only way he can keep the back of his neck warm. But yeah, you know, I've been thinking about you with that new flue and your new fire, and thinking this is just going to change so many things for your winter, isn't it?
I know, but Gypsy said to me the other day, Mum, we might be really on time for everything now.
Oh, why? Why would the heat make you more
effective? Because we in winter we end up going to bed at 5 and not waking up till 8:30, so then we don't get to school till like 9:30, and so they might just, you know, and they're like, we can even like sit up and do stuff, whereas they kind of had to tuck in and read fairy stories before. Anyway, it's all very so romantic cool. And nice.
That's so cool.
A whole lifestyle change, having heating.
I know. So I'm actually just up the coast. Actually, Dad just mentioned I should mention where everybody is. So I'm actually up the coast tonight. So I haven't got to experience lighting the fire yet. So that'll be my my next week. I'll be able to, you know, shine my fire on everybody.
You'll still be late because you'll be chopping firewood now. That'll be the new bane of your life. You'll have to like.
I challenge you to have someone take a picture of you with an axe, getting the firewood ready. You're already like the biggest badass I know, but that would really top things.
Okay, all right. I need to get an axe now. All right.
And a chainsaw.
Yeah, a chainsaw. Oh my god. Well, actually, that's what Dad said. I've got to say where everybody is. So I'm just up the coast. I'm in Burrell Lake, and Paul, are you in?
I'm in
Nowra.
I'm in Nowra. I'm just next to the Shoalhaven River.
Yeah.
On the south coast. Yep.
Cool. And Charlie's in London.
I'm in London. Yeah.
I think I might have just I think I just put on an English accent just to say that London.
London.
London. I don't know what accent I put on when I say Nowra.
Nara. I was
Nara.
expecting you to say Nara.
Now.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
in London, and I'm in Greenwich, which is the southeast of London, and you know, things are just pootling along here, but schools are meant to be starting to go back. Some of them are already back, and we're figuring out whether our daughter Juniper might go back soon, and she's very excited to go back. But we've been doing homeschool here, so I've had my teacher hat on, which has been
Wow.
just such an honour for me, but also obviously very interesting.
Yeah. It's a
What a
hard one,
beautiful
isn't
name. Did you say
Yeah.
Juniper?
It is.
That's
you
a
know,
gorgeous name.
thank you so much. Hattie and I, my sister Hattie and I met Paul Kelly when we were on tour in Australia with Australia and New Zealand, when we were on tour there with Leonard Cohen, and it means so much to me that the laws there mean that somebody from the neighbourhood as such has to open up for a foreign artist.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it was so incredible for us because we got to hear Paul play every night for a whole Aussie and New Zealand tour. And one time we were at
Wow.
his, yeah, and I mean, who better? He's just the most lovely guy and the most unbelievable artist. And we were at his house in near Melbourne, and he'd made us really lovely dinner, and he was on the phone to his son, and his son had just had a baby boy called Juniper, and I thought, oh my gosh, I just love that name so much. And a few years later, Dan, my husband, who I met on tour with Leonard, he was actually a backline technician, and he looked after Leonard's keyboards and some of the other instruments on stage, the B3 and things. We got married, and then later on we were really hoping to have a baby, and it took a while, but we had this little girl, and when she came out, we were going, I was saying, is it a boy or a girl? And who is it? And Dan said, I think it's Juniper, and that was one of the names that we'd said that we liked the most, and so that's what we called her.
It's a lovely name. Oh, cool. Baby names.
Yeah. You've done
Is
pretty
it
good
my
with yours
turn?
too.
Yeah. I know it's mine actually, but I'm sort of. I mean, I'm sitting just relaxing, but I suppose I better pull my socks
That's
up
right.
a bit and sing you a song.
It's a gig, that's right. Doesn't
Yeah, that's right.
feels
yeah.
like we're just having catch-ups.
Yeah. It was. So I was thinking, bouncing off you guys, that I should. Is it right? Is it? You just played. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's me again.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna I thought I'd follow you guys by singing a song I just learnt tonight, but one of those ones that you sit in the car and sing along to all the time. A song by Declan O'Rourke called Galileo. So I thought, well, that works in a line of stories of what we've been talking about. And I'll talk about it after. But okay, I'll have a sing. But I only just learned it tonight, so you have to forgive me. But this is the kind of gig we're doing, isn't it? I'm in the
Oh,
kitchen
wow.
with disco lights, eh? See you in a second. Okay. Galileo fell in love as a Galilean boy. He wondered what in heaven invented such a joy, but the question got the better of his scientific mind, and to his blind and dying days he looked up high and often sighed and sometimes cried. Who put the rainbow in the sky? Who lights the stars at night? Who dreamt up someone so divine? Someone like you and made them mine. can make you ask some funny questions now and then, but just remember the alternative. For I remember when I was lonely and unhappy, and my lips were cold as ice, but you kissed me, and good heavens, now I'm here in paradise. So if ever I'm not kissing you or looking in your eyes, I won't be blind and I won't cry. I'll look up high and gladly sigh and thank the guy who put the rainbow in the sky, who lights the stars at night, who dreamt up someone so divine, someone like you, and made them mine, someone like you, and made them mine.
Oh, that's beautiful, Mel. You just learned that one this afternoon.
Yeah, but I've been singing it, you know, on repeat, while hanging the clothes on the line and all that kind of thing. So it's been sitting in my head.
You've got a good brain. You've got it absorbing information, holding it. Mine's like a sieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the song? Like, what a song. It was actually,
Beautiful.
so it's a Declan O'Rourke song. And when I was in Ireland last, I was at one of my favourite musicians' houses, Colin McAnummer, who plays the violin in the Frames. And him and his wife, knowing my love of beautiful love songs, said, well, have you heard this song? And I hadn't, and so they put it on the speaker, and now anyway, fell in love with the song instantly. It's such a beauty.
That is a cracker.
Yeah.
Sounds gorgeous. I love your version. Yeah.
Oh, we're over to you now, Charlie.
Okay, cool. Well, I was trying to think of what to play today, and certainly here in the UK and in the US, which used to be my home as well, there's so much going on with people protesting and thankfully standing up for what's right in the world. And you know, something that I've been so aware of lately, with even watching my two very young girls, is how confident and righteous young people are about saying, that's not right, straight away. You know, and I certainly grew up in a generation that had a lot of good, but also had a lot of fear about, I guess, just standing out and being maybe ostracized for their totally righteous ideas, or even just talking about things. And I guess I've just been so impressed by young people, both when it comes to feminism and also just standing up for people who are marginalized. And you know, this song isn't exactly about that, but it spoke to me. It's not one that I wrote. It's written by Millie Turner and David Turley. David Turley, I think, is Aussie. He and his wife I used to know quite well, and we hosted them. They stayed with us a bunch of times in LA when I lived there. But Millie Turner sang this song a little while ago, and it's my daughter's favourites to dance around the kitchen to. And it really just speaks to me with a confidence about, okay, let's just talk about what could be possible. And that, I just think, is hope. And so I love that idea. So this is called Underwater, and it's by Millie Turner and David Turley. I'm going to take my earphones off. Standing by the sea, waiting for the ending, but on the horizon there's a new world beginning. Put the shell to your ear, listen to the rhythm, singing songs of the sea. It's not an illusion. We are young, we are afraid, but we are free. Cool the ashes in the sand beneath your feet. The sea is our constant, the secret it holds. Dip your feet in the water, let it take control. We are young, we are afraid, but we are free. Cool the ashes in the sand beneath your feet. If we could breathe underwater, if we could hold one another, what would we do? What would we do? We could do anything. If we could run on the seabed, if we could let go of all regret, what could we do? What could we do? We could do anything. Take me down, 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 deeper into the sea. Take me down, 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 deeper, wrap me up in this dream. We are young, we are afraid, but we are free. Cool the ashes in the sand beneath your feet. If we could breathe underwater, if we could hold one another, what could we do? What would we do? We could do anything.
The sea is a constant.
Yeah.
I love that line. The sea is a constant.
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous.
And I love your picking. Great picking tonight, Charlie. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Rolling along.
Thank you. From Guitar Guru.
Yeah.
Melanie.
I was like,
I know.
I could hear why Juniper was like, yeah, I love the beat to that one. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm going to have to go look up the songwriters now. That sounds like a lovely one to listen to. We're up to back to Greene, huh?
Back to Greene.
I might segue the nautical theme.
Yeah.
Love it.
This song's from my first record. It's called The Wake, and it's about loss, losing something when you sometimes don't know it's precious and you lose it. And the analogy I had was actually I got a really bad dose of feedback. It was way back, like it was a long time ago now, but I can still hear that frequency. It's just like it just got this massive blast of feedback in my ear, and my hearing just went in this ear. I didn't come back for a couple of days, and it's sort of always never quite been the same. But it was like, but then of course it's boring singing about losing your hearing, so I turned it into a relationship.
I'll send it.
It's a bit sea shanty-ish. Getting by, I'm making do, living life without you.
every day just comes and goes, as if the world is moving slow, as if the space that you once filled will only ever be a space. Lonely now, in the wake of my craving, do I see what's real? Lonely now, in the wake of my craving, do I see what's real? Made my dreams so full of color, I could fantasize endlessly. Now that the reds have finally faded, only the blues remain. Will I spot the undertow beneath the shallow water? And in this world so sinister, will we find a peaceful harbor? Lonely now, in the wake of my craving, do I see what's real? Lonely now, in the wake of my craving, do I see what's believe what you want, 'cause I'm not listening. I'm just savoring this one beautiful tone, which rings in my ears and reminds me of the beautiful sounds I once so only now, in the wake of my craving, do I see what's real? Only now, in the wake of my craving, do I see what's I had to get the pick on that one. I gave in, went the pick.
Yay. Oh, I love that
Loved
one.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Haven't played that one in a while.
yeah, classic.
What's the name of the album that song's from, Paul?
It's called The Miles. It was like a first EP I did back when I first met Mel, actually, around about that time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Back
It's 20 years.
Excelsior.
It's 20 years old this year.
Oh my goodness.
It's
yeah,
2020. I recorded it in the year 2000, so it's.
Cool. Yeah.
And I recorded it on tape. It was
Oh,
pre-Pro
amazing.
Tools. Pre-Pro Tools.
Awesome.
Yeah, the album's called The Miles. So
Gorgeous.
I'll definitely be checking out some of your albums too after this, Charlie. Listen
Same to you.
I've heard lots of good things, and I haven't actually heard the Webb Sisters, so I'm going to have to check them out. But I want to wait until after the gig.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
The,
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I was trying to think of what to play next. I did practice 2 songs off my first album, so it would have been the same time as The Miles. But I'm a bit scared. I'm a bit scared to try.
Why?
I can do it. It's just that, but I'm gonna do it. I know, because I've got to try.
What
You're
do you mean?
safe,
Because
Mel.
it's old.
We've got you.
You haven't
We've
done
got
it
our
for
arms around
ages.
you.
Yeah,
You're
it's just
okay.
I kind of did that thing where you keep making new records and then you forget to practice the songs from the first record.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know kind of emotionally changing and stuff like that. So, leaving songs behind, even though I like them, but a few people on the other weeks have put some requests in, and I keep procrastinating on it. But tonight I thought I'd give it a go. One of the songs, I think I might play the one called Roundabout, which I had to quickly relearn all the guitar parts on.
That's
So-
hard.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, all right, I'll be brave enough and I'll do it. Okay.
We're here.
See you in a second. All right, I can take these off too. Luckily, I could Google my own lyrics, which this seemed quite funny before, but. I want to be in the spot again. I liked it there. The perfection surely outweighs what you think will be lost. I promise there's nothing to lose in trying. Please try it. I suppose I should see this out, go round and round the roundabout. 'Cause I know when the music slows, the ride'll stop and we'll be home. The morning came, yet before the sun, I left the one you might adored forever. 'Cause awake in the dark, desperately struggle with thoughts to have you near. Damn my stupid feet. And I suppose I should see this out, go round and round the roundabout. 'Cause I know when the music slows, the ride will stop and we'll be home. I don't want this to be a dream, just you and me. Why can't you see? Now I can wait or I can go. Would you let me know? 'Cause your eyes are so deceiving and my patience is good, but it fails me too, and I'm so tired. Can I sleep again? But I suppose I should see this out, go round and round the roundabout. 'Cause I know when the music slows, the ride'll stop and we'll be home. I don't want this to be a dream, just you and me. Why can't you see? Yeah.
Beautiful, Mel.
I heard a clap and a more.
Yeah. number one fan, Dad in the corner. Yeah.
I like your audience.
The finger got a little. It's funny. I haven't played it for so long, and it's a lot of this like number 4 finger, grabbing the guitar, and it cramped up, and I'm going, oh, I can't work it out.
Well, you did that to yourself because that's how you wrote it, but you did it very well. So.
Yeah. I was like, how am I going to get past this? And then my fingers, I was like, oh, there you go. It just does it by itself. That's great.
They've done it before. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Over to you, Charlie. I think I couldn't remember how many are we up to? Have
This
we
is
played
4.
Number 4. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we're playing 4, and then I suppose maybe if all of our lovely listeners clap a lot, I can see them clapping over here on the side. You see, there's and a few lovely people joining in. Bridget, Lynn. Bridget's written something long here.
Yeah, thanks, Bridget, for the comment on the wake.
Oh, that's beautiful there.
Good.
Okay. And Christine is in there. Victoria, Andre, hello. Tom's there. Yeah.
Brett.
Aw.
Winifred.
Winifred's
Hey.
in there.
Jess. Hey, Jess.
Jody.
Jess and Will.
And also this stream that I've got only gets it doesn't get all of the comments in, so we can all go back and say good day to everybody later, if we feel like we'll come back and say hello to everyone after. So
Yeah, I'd love to say hello afterwards. I'm not seeing the comments because I'm just listening to you guys and then getting ready to play. But I would love to see those
we can all,
comments.
I'm better at concentrating on playing and then going and saying hello to everybody after. So cool.
Me too.
Yep.
Me too.
Well,
Is it me?
okay. Yeah, it's you.
Yes, please.
Okay. I thought I'd play a song that I wrote with my sister Hattie and a writer called Chris Braid, and I guess tying in another Australian, I should say, connection here. We wrote a bunch of songs with this wonderful guy Chris, who's British, for our record Daylight Crossing, and it was around one of those times which I'm sure you've both experienced, where we'd been writing and recording, and we thought we had some great songs, but of course the whole group of people who are working on the behind the scenes of releasing the record just keep saying, just do some more, and you're just like and Chris Braid is such a breath of fresh air in terms of a songwriter, and I think the songs we write with him are really special to me, and we haven't written with him for a very long time. One of the songs that we wrote with Chris is a song called 1000 Stars, which I think was released by one of your Aussie gals called Natalie Bathingthwaite. Bathingthwaite,
yeah.
And I think it was the title track of her record 1000 Stars, a long while back now. But this song was from the same era of songwriting, and it's called Please. I'm going to do it on my own.
Lovely.
Please come home, my only love. Tears can't take the place of us, 'cause you've given everything I ever needed to live, and then you take it away. That's the cruelest damn thing that I ever heard, but that's okay. Please come home, my only love. side of my bed is a deafening sound, and I don't know if I can go on like this. It feels so wrong, thinking of what we'll miss, and I don't know if I can live with letting go. Please come home, my only love. Tears can't take the place of us, 'cause you're giving everything I ever needed to live, and then you take it away. That's the coolest damn thing that I ever heard, but that's okay. And I don't know if I can go on like this. It feels so wrong, thinking of what we'll miss, and I don't know if I can live with letting Please come home, my only love. Please come home, my only love.
Beautiful.
It's a beauty.
That-
It's a beauty.
That
Beauty of an
melody's
epic,
so
yeah.
catchy. Hooky
Like,
as.
you know, I didn't have my earphones on and I had no idea if I was deafening you, so I hope it was okay on the sound there.
It was perfect. Yeah,
No.
it's cool.
Nailed it.
Nice
Sounded
and big
fantastic.
too. Got to do
The bathroom reverb's beautiful. So it's sounding good. I got to get me one of those plugins.
Is it called bathroom reverb?
Yeah, it's called Charley Webb's bathroom reverb.
It could be go to the toilet while you're playing and no one will know.
Are you actually like sitting on the toilet there? You are too.
Entirely.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
You know, I tried it in the studio in there, and without running through Ableton or Logic or something, it was just very, very just dull. And I just thought, well, you know, if I'm not going to have earphones on, I would rather just have a little bit of energy in the room. So here I am on the loo.
Fantastic.
It's so good, but you got some pretty flowers in the back there, and is it a candle or there's some
I've got my flowers from the terrace outside. We live in an apartment, so we just have a terrace area, and then I've got my Tom Petty 40th anniversary glass that gives me some positive love.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom
Nice.
Petty vibes.
Nice. Happy love.
Fantastic.
All right. Well,
Round
it's
to
up
me, is it?
Yeah, to you, Greene.
Yeah, Paul.
What am I going to? I'm going to play. What am I going to play?
So this is, just so you know, this is technically our last song, unless
Okay.
everybody starts clapping and carrying on over here and stomping and that kind of thing.
I don't know what song to play. I got so lost in that song, I forgot to think about what I was going to be doing next.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Maybe I'll try and do a bigger one.
Lily's when you move.
Oh, okay. Well, Lily is just in here before. Lily's now. I wrote this song for Lily when I first kind of was getting my head around the idea of being a dad, and like that I was going to have a daughter, and this one particular time I was singing to her, like inside her mum's belly. I was like singing to her, and she stopped. She was wriggling around. You know, when you can sort of see, and you're trying to guess whether it's like an elbow or a knee or a foot inside the belly, and you're kind of like just going. Anyway, I was singing to her, and she stopped wriggling, and I was sort of making noises, and then I stopped singing, and then she started moving. She started moving again, and I was like, had this like something big just shifted in my psyche, because it was like the first time we'd sort of interacted, we played together, and something in my head just went, it just changed forever. And now she's 15 and she's gorgeous, and she's a really great drummer. And she's
Awesome.
and she's we're doing some gigs together. We've done a few festivals together and things. And she's like my flatmate. We just sort of, she lives with me full time, and yeah, so this one I wrote for her way back, and it's called When You Move.
We all need something to believe in, even if it's nothing unbelievable.
Ta-da! That's how that goes. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
Cheers, ladies. Such a
Cheers.
pleasure to be sharing the internet with you.
Oops, I can hide that. Hang on.
How's that gin and tonic going, Charlie?
Hang on. I'm just going to get a glass of wine because I want to cheers with you. You go. Hang on. Give me 1 second.
I love your sparkles.
The laser sparkles.
Yeah. You know, I'm mixing. I've got the gin and tonic and then I've got the water, so I'm a little bit on the safety route.
No safety net here in the studio. Just goes. It's really
Okay.
nice vodka too.
We've got the.
Oh, cheers, Mel. Thank you so much for
Cheers.
having
Cheers,
us.
Mel.
on
Thank
date
you.
night.
It's like a little party date night.
I know. Well, I'm honoured to be on date night with you, very, very talented and lovely musicians. Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers. Thank you for
Cheers.
having us both, Melanie. You're just such a badass, and I just so appreciate who you are in this musical world and what you bring to everybody in your wonderful songs. And by the way, that dress is incredible with the sparkles
Oh
happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's so I can have a personal look. That's so I can have a personal disco later.
Yeah.
That's so silly. Oh my gosh. Hang on, I better set my lights back up properly. That's good.
Paul, I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that song.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
I'll get your details through Mel, and I'll send you a couple of songs if you like.
I would love that.
I always love that one. There's a
Thanks,
question
Mel.
here. How do you send us a message? And I thought I'd share. Do any of you find it easier to write a ballad than an up-tempo song? Yes. I do. What about
I'm
you
writing.
guys?
I'm writing all really funky, like kind of soul and like almost R&B kind of stuff at the moment.
Give us a riff, Paul. Give us a riff.
Oh, I've got this I think this Curtis Mayfield kind of. And there's all these big brass lines and things. I think it just depends on your frame of mind, doesn't it? Like if you're in a great mood and you're feeling happy and you're kind of like strutting around, then you tend to write that sort of things. And when you're kind of feeling a bit defeated, sometimes you don't write. So sometimes you write sad, depressing songs.
Are you saying I'm feeling defeated for so long? I've been writing like
No,
yeah.
but your songs have a beauty and a fragility that it's like they're not sad so much as like they're delicate and beautiful, and
Yeah.
I've always thought you're a master songwriter, Mel. It's amazing.
You are.
I want to be inspired more by Stevie Wonder now, though. I want more like just the groove and.
Well,
the,
listen to Bill Withers, because he can write a really depressing song that you can dance to.
That's true. A lot of bands can, yeah.
Yeah, and you can do like really kind of, but I really like to groove. I like to found this groove thing that I'm gonna keep running with that.
Mm-hmm.
New
Well,
EP,
I'm
I've
looking
started
forward
work.
to seeing you grooving like that with your daughter on drums. I'm
Oh,
going to
she's-
look for some videos.
There's some up there. There's some up already. So, for sure.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Are you
questions, though.
Are you more ballady or upbeat, Charlie?
You know, I think in my heart I'm more upbeat. But the funny thing is, I think I'm one of those people that makes myself really busy all the time to protect myself from my biggest feelings. And when I let myself get access to those, the ones that speak the biggest are the painful ones. And so that means that a lot of the songs that I end up writing or being a part of writing end up being something that and maybe has some passion, some energy, but maybe is something sad. And I really try and channel the positive, energetic, happy stuff, which I've definitely managed to do from time to time, but there's definitely a sense of longing or missing or loss in a lot of the songs that I've been a part of writing. And you know, that's just one portion of my experience, but it definitely comes through for sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe now that you said that, I think, you know, they have done some nice clapping over here on the site, so I think we'll let them have one more song each. Do you guys agree? I might do
Yeah.
a sneaky cover to close, but you know, apart from that, we'll do one more song each, and then I might just, like, you know, tidy them up at the end. But
Of course.
You're so sneaky.
I think they've behaved themselves all right. I think now that you mentioned that one, about, I wasn't going to play this because this is one of the other ones that someone's requested, and it's off my first record, and I've been, you know, I kind of thought I was past it all, but it's a little bit of a cranky song, and I'm not very good at being cranky, but it came out one time, and so it's called Beautiful Excuse, and I figure I may as well give it a go.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
a great
just
one.
it's a very different to what I normally write. So yeah. Anyway, I'll go there.
Do it.
Oh, okay. All right, take these off. I really haven't played this in a very long time, so. Okay, ready? I must thank you for your meanness, I must thank you for your greed. Take the bus across the road and go from here. Take a left up at the corner on the road that goes to nowhere. The reminder was a timely one indeed. In the morning I'll be walking, for the cold is in it stirring. It's a broken box of innocence gone free. In the morning there's that shiver, and tonight all I remember is a beautiful excuse to go away. I'm not desperate, I don't crave you, I don't need your damned affection. I'm not hurt, I just revel in going wild. You mean nothing, you were no one, just a form of inspiration. Tuck yourself in, from now on I have no time. In the morning I'll be walking, for the cold is in it stirring. It's a broken box of innocence gone free. In the morning there's that shiver, and tonight all I remember is a beautiful excuse to go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. I don't know if I'm confused, because I am, I think I should be. I like creating my own tortures in my head. Yet no bitterness surrounds me, the pain fuels on my desires. Off you go, boy, don't sit by the phone and wait. In the morning I'll be walking, feel the cold is in it stirring. It's a broken box of innocence gone free. In the morning there's that shiver, and tonight all I remember is a beautiful excuse. The beautiful excuse. The beautiful excuse to go away. Go away.
I was dancing around the studio to that one.
Yeah, it's been ages playing that one. Gee, ages ago. Goodness.
Don't
That's
go
fun.
away.
Yeah. Yeah, don't go away. I know it's a bit grumpy. I've got like 2 really grumpy songs, and that's one of them. But that's okay. Got to get it out every now and then.
You got to get it out. Was somebody singing in the background on that one for like echoes?
Maybe my dad. Were you singing in the background, Dad?
Yeah.
Oh.
Echo.
But you're echoing. Maybe it might be rolling back in again.
He's in the band.
He's in the band. There you go.
I was doing all the harmonies from here.
Oh, I want to hear those, Paul.
Yeah.
I know them all
Did
very well.
you sing on that recording, this song then, Paul?
No, Mel and I've just done lots of gigs together, so I just know all her songs, and we always storm the stage. Like
Yeah.
whenever we've done gigs, she just jumps up and sings mine, and I jump up and sing hers.
Yeah,
That's so great.
Happens
And
frequently.
bass. You did some bass for a bit too, didn't
Yeah, probably.
you? Yeah. Ah, cool.
You're an all-rounder, Paul.
Yeah, well, now I'm in the studio. Like I can never sort of, and in now there's not that many musicians around, so I just have to learn to do everything myself. And
Yeah.
just so, but yeah, bits of bass, bits of drums,
Yeah.
bits of all sorts of things.
Bit of a business mogul, bit of a songwriter, bit of an
Not a
everything.
business mogul. Not definitely not that.
A bit
That's
of a
the
cook.
it's a bit I'm lacking.
A good cook. You're a cook, apparently. There you go. A chef, sorry. Is that right?
No, just a cook, but yeah,
A cook. Yeah.
that's it.
You know, Melanie, I think the first time I heard you sing online, not in real life, was when you did a duet with American singer-songwriter.
Jason Mraz.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, I meant to mention the last song that I played, I used to play on tour with Hattie and my brother Brad on Jason Mraz's tour. And that's why I actually chose to play that song. I'd forgotten because we used to play that on tour with Jason. And then, you know, a few years later, I met you in Australia. I think it was Australia, right? One of the
Yeah.
concerts, and you were heavily pregnant with your second
Yeah.
beautiful baby.
Yeah.
And I'd heard you sing a few nights before online, and I heard you with Jason, and then I listened to some of your other amazing songs of your own, and then we were doing this concert with Leonard Cohen and his band, and wonderful gal who was working in production with us had talked to me about your music. And then I'd been listening to you and everything. And then during the concert, it was like we'd done an hour and, an hour and a half or something. We're backstage going to the loo and having a drink. And I said, she's out there. Melanie's out there. Let's give her a pass to come back. And then she was like, I've invited her here. And I was like, oh, okay, of course, great. It would be great to say hello. And sure enough, you came back and said hello, and it was just really lovely to meet you for the first time. And I think that was was it 2009?
Yeah. So how many's born 2011? So 2010, I think. Yeah. And what's funny is, like, I didn't, you know, why it was so unbelievably, I mean, it was awesome anyway, but I'd had my appendix out. I was about a month out of being separated, and I was pregnant. It was like a pretty low point in my life. I might have written that song, If We Can't Be Together, somewhere around then. And then, it was the most insane, awesome experience coming to that concert and getting the invitation, and then, you know, the security man coming and getting me to bring me back to say hello to you guys was just like the best thing. You filled me up with all the most amazing things that day. So, and then onwards. So that's so special. That's so cool. Yay! Thanks, Charlie.
So cool. So then you had your second baby, and were you already in Candelo then or not?
When she was 6 weeks old, I moved down to Candelo. Yeah.
6 weeks?
Yeah, 2-year-old.
You're some kind of titan. I mean, how do you do that with a 6-week-old baby?
Well, we kind of moved down there, and then we had this house we could rent, and it was the most suddenly the loveliest, simplest life that you could have, minding little beings and making music. So it was really cool.
You know, I don't think I actually name-checked Marilyn Ambach. That's who was working on production that time with Leonard, who absolutely loves your music and had introduced you to me during that time sonically. I think I was talking about Marilyn, but didn't say her name. So thanks, Marilyn, because that's how we're all here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel so lucky about that.
Yeah. Thanks, Marilyn.
Yeah.
Filled that up. Oh, is it your? Are you? Oh, yeah, it's your. Would you like to sing another song, Charlie?
Is it me? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Cool. Well, I think this is the last song, right?
Oh no, I'm going to miss you already.
I know. Thank you so much for your invitation for us to be here. It's so nice to be here in your stream. And I can't wait to listen to your songs again after the fact, because it's been a real privilege to be here with both of you, Paul and Melanie, and hear you play as the notes come out of your mouth and off your guitars. I thought I'd finish up by playing this song that I wrote with my sister Hattie and Dan Wilson, an American songwriter. And Hattie and I reached out to Dan Wilson a long while ago when we were just, I guess, breaking away from our record deal with Universal, and we were songwriters and artists who felt like, gosh, we've got so much going on. And it was back when it was MySpace, and I reached out to Dan and said, you know, my sister Hattie and I, we've got all these plans and all these dreams, and this is what we want to do, and we love your songs. At the time, he'd written some songs with the Dixie Chicks that were really righteous and awesome about their experience with speaking out politically. And over the years we stayed in touch, and then one time when Dan came to London, he said, I'm going to do some shows in Shepherd's Bush. Will you and Hattie come and sing with me on some of my tunes? So we went along and sang, and then a couple of nights later we went to his hotel in Shepherd's Bush and we wrote this late one evening. Hattie had brought her mandolin, I think, and we wrote this song about losing somebody that really means something to you. And we kind of imagined this scenario that you were maybe putting posters up in the neighborhood and trying to find that person. So this is called Missing Person. Did you see the signs I left on the lamppost of your face and what I miss most? And I've watched you bleed into a rainbow. Will there come a time for me to let go? All your words, all yours, both your hands on me missing. You're my missing person. When will you come home? If I was asked to sketch how I saw your face last, how does a lover describe her own heart? And in my drawer I keep your yellow t-shirt. When I breathe in deep, I remember all your love, all your words, both your hands on me missing. You're my missing person.
Great song.
Yeah. I was thinking about the yellow T-shirt in the drawer.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's pretty.
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
standout.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely had those moments where I miss somebody and I find something that belonged to them. I'm a big smelling kind of person, and you know, I feel like smells can bring back so many strong memories. So I appreciate that sense.
Yeah. Me too. I like scent. Yeah, scent. Yeah. Anyway, people and weather and seasons and yeah, I've always had that thing for the way things smell. That sounds really odd, I know, but anyway.
There's something lovely with the timing in that. There was like this asymmetrical timing thing of that, but it was like bars of 7 or something. I wasn't actually counting. I was like just trying to take it in, but there's something it sort of, yeah, it was the pattern of it was really great.
Oh, thank you. I've not counted either.
So it's like a 7, and then it goes back to the start again.
Aha.
Yeah.
That might have been a blip on my part, but maybe it was real. I'm not sure.
No,
I'd have to go back.
It's pretty as.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was really lovely. I get to wrap it up.
But I think
Yeah,
I,
cool.
I was gonna let you I was thinking I might do like just a bit of Edith Piaf at the end just to close the scene. But
Yes.
one more
Excellent.
Paul Greene number, I reckon.
Yes,
All
please.
right. Do you want a fast one or a slow one? Or
Your favourite one today.
Whatever
I
you
don't-
feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll play you that. I'll play you that new one the funky one I've just written recently.
Oh.
It's called Better Than. Oh, I just dropped the pick. Sorry. Come back.
Well, I'm not trying to fool you, darling. Wouldn't bother to waste your time. I'm not gonna do this good if I'm in trouble all the time. When I'm on the road, darling,
we're in time.
I
Then.
should have got Lily on. Should have got Lily on drums on that one.
Yeah, cool. It's good. I could see you enjoying it because the computer was jumping up and down.
Oh, was it? I was banging
Yeah.
I was tapping the floor a bit hard.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
good.
You know, the last song
Well,
too, Paul, I was wondering if you were actually drumming at the time because I think your foot was keeping the beat going too. So you're kind of doing a multi-man job there. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
I use a baseboard thing. It's sort of just habit now. I just keep time with my left foot.
I like it.
But-
Yeah,
Yeah, the
You can-
groove.
you can hear it in the mix.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just coming through the mic stands, I reckon.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for letting me join in tonight. It's been really lovely
No, it's so cool.
to spend the date night with you. Lovely people. I'd really love to meet you, Charlie. Like, Mel's one of my oldest friends, but yeah, lovely to meet you tonight. And yeah.
Lovely to meet you too, Paul. Thank you for having us, Melanie.
No, thank you so much. And to everyone listening, we'll all come and say g'day to you after. And
How we
yeah,
do that? We're just going to do that through your Facebook page, Mel, or we're going to
yes,
do
if you go on my Facebook page and look through the comments, and you can kind of write to people and
Okay.
check in, and if they answer any questions that people might have, because on my stream I have some comments coming up, but I don't actually have everything, so somebody might have asked something interesting that I don't know about, but I'll find out soon.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you. It's
Thanks,
so
Mel.
special to be like able to do this and pass it around instead of just be on my own. So thank you, lovely.
Hmm.
Really
I'll,
appreciate being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Mel.
Yeah. I might
Charlie.
say good night to you guys, and
Okay.
I'll if you want to hang out there, I can talk to you after, or I'll talk to you later if you need to go to sleep or something like that. And I'll sing La Vie en Rose. I thought I was thinking I didn't dedicate a song tonight to the lovely Jeff Wormold, and who put the flue in my house, and
Yeah.
and Sandy who came and helped. So I reckon Jeff and Sandy deserve a song. So why not a French number, huh?
That sounds good.
Go for it, Mel.
Go for
Thank
it.
you so much for having us, and
Thank
to
you.
everybody listening. And Melanie, I look forward to you shaving your eyebrows for this number.
Oh yes. All right.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye. Okay. And there. All right. We've had a good concert. It's almost 2 hours. Woo! All right. An Edith Piaf number. Good night, everybody. Des yeux qui font baiser les miens, un rire qui se baisse sa bouche. Voilà les portraits sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parlait tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit de mot d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui, dans ma vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour ma vie. Que je l'aperçois, alors je sens à moi mon cœur qui bat. Des nuits d'amour plus finir, grand bonheur qui prend sa place, des ennuis, des chagrins s'effacent, heureux, heureux à mourir. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parlait tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit de mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et quelque chose. Il est entré de mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est toi pour moi pour toi, dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, le juré pour ma vie. Que je le reçois, alors je sonne à moi. Mon cœur qui bat, la 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 la. Good night, everybody. I guess I'll bring everybody back in. Are you got okay? I'll bring you back in. We'll wave good night to everybody. Oh,
Bonne noche.
good
night.
night.
Buonanotte.
Yeah, buonanotte. I'm pressing the button. Bye for now.
See ya.